What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video, and welcome to another economic update and daily news report. So today we're going to talk about a handful of things. I want to talk about how prices are spinning out of control for millions and millions of Americans, and unless you are a higher income earner, you are most likely being negatively impacted. We're also going to address how there is relief for seniors that has a very high likelihood of passing. It will likely pass very soon, but some of this relief won't actually come until next year in 2023. So I want to break down what's going on there. I want to talk about the major week ahead because there's a lot of stuff that's going to happen, but it's not going to happen until next week. So again, I'm going to break down what's happening right there. And if you have questions on any of this stuff, please ask your questions down in the comment section below. But let's get right down to it. And all I ask is if you can spend just 2 seconds, go ahead, hit that like button, and also consider subscribing so you never miss an update. But let's talk about what's going to happen next week. On Wednesday, we are going to get our new CPI report. This is going to be big. But experts are currently worried that if we see inflation go up, if we see even a small increase, we're currently sitting at 8.6%. Even if we go to 8.7, 8.8, or 9, 9.5, whatever, right? The expectation is 8.8. But even if we go from 8.6 to 8.8, that small increase, it's very little. But it will likely cause consumers to get out and spend more money due to their worry that if they wait any longer, prices are going to go up even higher, and when consumers do this, prices will go up even faster. So, being that there's a small chance, right, prices are going to continue to increase, well, consumers are going to be like, I can't wait, I got to go buy the house, I got to go buy the car, I got to go buy this new furniture, I got to go buy all this stuff. Well, some experts are saying that will be the issue, is if consumers actually do that. So we'll have to wait and see. And we won't really know, not until next week, but most likely a month from now. So we'll see what happens there. But here's another thing that you need to be well aware of. Next week we're going to have the CPI report. Okay. At the end of the month, we're going to have another FOMC meeting. This is where the Federal Reserve is likely to raise interest rates by another 75 basis points. Now, when this happens, borrowing money is going to get even more expensive, which will likely lead to higher credit card payments. And as of right now, and let me know if you're one of these people as well, more and more consumers are turning to credit cards as a result of having their savings dwindle down, or as a result of waiting on a check because now they're living paycheck to paycheck. Let me know if you're one of those people that are using credit cards, and it doesn't matter the reason why. I'll tell you right now, I'll start. I do use credit cards. I use credit cards all the time, and there's a reason why. I get cash back, I get air miles, right? All these things that I can use, in my personal life, but I'm taking that credit card and I'm leveraging it. That's what I love to do. But again, I also pay it down. You have to pay it off every single month, or else you will get hit with the interest. Now, here's some good news. And I always try to bring you the facts, but at the same time I bring you the facts, I don't want to just overwhelm people with bad news. Well, here's the good news as of right now. The good news is that wages have increased by 5.1% on average over the past year. That's good. But I want to share a very interesting statistic about wages. Now, did you know that the average employee over the past year has received a wage increase between 7 and 2%? And let me know, if you are currently working and you have received an increase, a wage increase, roughly how much was it in percentage? I don't need to know the amount. I don't need to know what you make, right? That's all personal information. I get it. But how much was the increase in a percentage? Now, the average person received between 2 and 7%. Okay, great. But did you know that every time a person leaves a company and moves to another, they get a wage increase between 10 and 16%? Think about that. And this is one of the things that most people don't realize, or actually didn't realize until this year. And now the problem is that employees are job hopping, just trying to up their wages and increase their benefits package. And think about this. This is why there's currently a huge push for wage increases, and more workers are asking for this as well because of a recession fear. But again, think about this. Let's say you work for, I'll just use McDonald's for example. It's going to be a horrible example, but you'll get the idea. Let's say you're a fry cook at McDonald's. Okay, great. And McDonald's says, okay, you get $10. We're going to give you a 5% increase. Okay, wonderful. So you get an additional 50 cents an hour. Okay. Well, what if you took that offer that you got from McDonald's, 50 cents an hour, and then you went to Wendy's or Burger King, right? Or In-N-Out, wherever. And In-N-Out says, okay, they're offering you $10.50? Great. Well, we're going to pay you $11 an hour. That's a 10% increase per hour. Now, again, a horrible example, I know, because obviously it's fast food and stuff, but you get the idea. That's what's happening. And so employees figured this out over the past 2 years, and now guess what? They leave their job, or they take their offer from one job, go and arbitrage that to another job, and be like, hey, look what I have. This is what I have over here. Could you match it, or could you make it even better? A lot of people are. That's why people are leaving. Now, even though we do have some fears of a recession, we are getting some good news recently. We are seeing gas prices drop, and they're dropping at a pace that we haven't seen in almost 20 years. This is actually pretty good news. Now, we're still sitting at $4.69 a gallon nationally. That's as of this morning. But this is better than we were almost a month ago, where we're at $5.01. So prices are coming down, and even though prices are coming down, here's the problem. Again, some good and bad news. Yeah, gas prices are coming down. The problem is they could be coming down even more. According to multiple reports that have been coming out over the past couple of weeks, President Biden has been exporting more than 5 million barrels of oil from our strategic petroleum reserve to send to Asia and Europe. So, yes, prices are coming down, but experts say that prices would drop even faster here in the U.S. if we didn't export so much oil. And I know this makes a lot of people very upset, and I understand we need to make sure that us here at home are not feeling the effects of what's going on in Ukraine. But according to President Biden, we're going to continue to pay for this. It's going to be on us, because guess what? We are here to help, but at the same time, we're going to send oil to Europe. We're going to make sure Europe is not in a crisis, which they kind of are. Right? Germany's fearing that Russia is going to just ban all their exports, cut them off entirely, and so now they're looking into coal, which is going to be not great for the environment, right? But we'll see what happens there. But again, that's just part of the problem. Is right now the United States is trying to help everybody else, and it's great in times when you are able to, but the problem is we have so much debt, the American people are struggling, and we still need to bounce back ourselves. So we'll see what happens there. Let's talk about some relief for seniors for a second, because here's something that I addressed earlier on this week, and I want to touch on this again because I know a lot of people had questions. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and Senator Joe Manchin, they've actually reached an agreement to cut costs on prescription drug prices. Now, what this agreement entails is this allows Medicare to go and negotiate with prescription or with pharmaceutical companies. That's what the purpose of this. This has been discussed for years, but nothing's really been done. Finally, something is going to happen. Now, what this is going to do, it's going to save seniors a lot of money every single year. Because currently, in this plan, the plan is to cap out-of-pocket expenses at a per-year rate of $2,000 per year. that will be huge for individuals or couples that are struggling because they're paying all their money for out-of-pocket expenses. Well, if you are a low-income senior, very low income, the plan also includes offering premium assistance as well. So again, this is going to be big. This is going to provide a lot of relief. But here's a bigger thing. Here, and this is something that I think is just going to, the momentum from this plan is going to push into the next, is we're getting more and more discussions. We haven't seen plans yet, or at least as of this week. But we're getting more and more discussions on providing more relief to Social Security, providing some assistance and ensuring that Social Security will last. So again, we're going to see what happens there. But in order for something to happen to Social Security, chances are we got to raise our taxes. We got to increase taxes. And the main group of people that we are going to tax are likely going to be the wealthier individuals here in the United States. The problem is we might not get the support from the Senate. So we'll see what happens there. Now, here's something else that's going to happen this week. Senator Schumer is actually planning a classified briefing for all senators. This is going to be on global innovation and technology, and his goal here is to talk about the proposed bill to boost U.S. semiconductor manufacturing. Now, this meeting is supposed to take place on Wednesday as of right now. It could be changed, but that's the plan. Here's what we know. Right now, the United States, if we had, and not just the United States, but I guess the entire world, but if we had more semiconductors, if we had more chips, this would allow us to really go back to normal. Because what we saw is that manufacturing for chips really shut down during the height of the pandemic. The manufacturing plants were just closed. And not just closed for a day or two, some were closed for weeks, even months. And so now we're trying to get all these things back on track, trying to get everything open back up, trying to replace what we've lost. Again, it's going to take some time, but this meeting could be essential to what we are going to see moving forward. So again, as we get more information on what's coming ahead, I promise I will come back and I'll fill you in on all latest news and updates. Again, hopefully you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing so you never miss an update, and I'll see you guys on the next one.